everybody, it's Reckless and welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. It's Friday, May 5th, 2017, and that means it is week 139 of Xur. Xur is located in the tower in the Hall of Guardians, to the right if you're coming from the top of the tower. And here he is. Xur! Sup, dude? What the hell? Just sliding into Xur's nuts? Poor Xur. Look, he's even looking like, what the hell's going on? Anyways. So, we're going to start with the Curios first. We got Plasma Drive and Void Drive for those awesome rare sparrows to upgrade them into legendaries. Then we got your Heavy Ammo Synthesis. You get 10 for 3 strange coins. We're not going to worry about this one. Then we're looking at your 3 of coins. You get 5 for 7 strange coins. Then your glass needles. You get 3 for 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and 1 exotic shard. As for your material exchange, you get 1 mote of light for 2 strange coins. And for your exotic shards, you get 1 exotic shard for 7 strange coins. Moving up to the top, your ever so worthless Legacy Engram. Do not worry about this. Do not buy this. It's just pointless. So, for our first exotic, we will be going over is the Twilight Garrison for the Titan class. It has an Intellect and Discipline roll. Main perk on this is Tactical Air Support. Press R3 and R3 while airborne to evade. Secondary perks on this are Special Ammo, Heavy Ammo, Void Recovery, as well as Void Armor. Now, this is definitely a top tier exotic for the Titan class. I definitely would highly suggest you get this if you do not have it already. And it's not a tier 12 roll, but you can always use glass needles to actually get it there and make it obviously a better roll. It's a decent roll, but it could be better. Now, this piece of gear is definitely at least a tier 1.5 to tier 2 in my tier Richter scale, and I'll actually put that scale itself in the description below. That way you guys can actually see what I actually use for the best to the worst exotics, but this is definitely among the best, and I definitely suggest you guys get it. So yeah, it's good in PvE and PvP, especially in PvP, especially when you're getting around corners, jumping out of the way, or even just to, do evades in general. But I will have a video later on coming out later on today that has a little bit more in depth with Twilight Garrison among a whole bunch of other exotics, as well as different things to evade sticky grenades. So definitely step by for that video. Next exotic we'll be going over is the Void Fang Investments for the Warlock with the Intellect and Discipline roll. Main perk on this is Hungering Void, which spawns with full grenade energy, and your Axiom Bolt grenade spawns an additional Seeker. Secondary perks on this are Hand Cannon Ammo, Fusion Rifle Ammo, Arc Burn Defense, as well as Void Armor. Now, this is definitely a good exotic to use for the Warlock. I would definitely consider it as in my top 5 exotics to use. However, I still feel that even after the nerf, the Ophidian aspect is still a better choice, as well as the Nothing Manacles. So this actually goes down the line. So I probably would use the Ophidian aspect, Nothing Manacles, the Ram, Claws, and then Void Fang Investments. That's just me. An Obsidian Mine's in there somewhere too. But I guess you say top 7 then. But it definitely still is a good exotic to use. I have ran into this several times last week during trials. So people still use it just for that extra Axiom Bolt, as well as you spawn with that additional grenade. So it's definitely a good exotic. So I definitely would choose, if you guys want to get this. It's good in PvE and PvP. I probably would give this a tier 2, 2.5 on the tier list, but it's definitely still a good exotic to use. Next exotic we will be going over is the Don't Touch Me's for the Awesome Hunter class. This one has a Intellect and Strength roll. Main perk on this is Defensive Reflex, which taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. Secondary perks on this: Switchblade, Impact Induction, Auto Rifle Loader, as well as Sniper Rifle Loader. Now, this exotic had its shine in the Days of Crota. Days of Crota are over. I know with the Age of Triumph, Days of Crota are still around. However, these aren't really used that much, and not really they're not really needed, because you can do the the maze without any issues. You know, without even the don't touch maze. Some people still rely on them, some people don't, but definitely I wouldn't use these that much anymore. I mean, if you guys don't have them, by all means, go ahead, grab them anyways. But like I said, they're not really used for the maze anymore. And in PvE, it's okay, but PvP, it's definitely not even worth using. You're wasting an exotic slot on these. So I probably wouldn't get them. But over and all, PvE, I probably would make these a tier 3 to tier 3.5 because I guess they're decent, but definitely not top tier. As for PvP, I probably would make this a 4.5 to 5 because, like I said, there are better exotics out there. The weapon of the week is the Mida multi-tool. This is an exotic scout rifle, and this has soft ballistics, CQB ballistics, smart drift control, third eye, lightweight, quick draw, field scout, as well as Mida multi-tool. And the ornaments on this is special ops, and if it'll preview, there you go. That's what it looks like in special ops, and also Arctic Survivalist. And that's what Arctic Survivalist looks like. So I definitely have one Mida on all my characters, and these are the perks that I use on mine. I just love the gun. It's a great gun. PvE, PvP, I definitely would consider this top tier, 100% for scout rifles at least. And this is probably tier 1.5 to tier 2 because out of all the scout rifles that I see in PvP, the Mida is used the most, and then would be the Jade Rabbit. So those two are definitely the top scout rifles in PvP. PvE, it's an okay scout rifle. However, I would prefer something like the Vision of Confluence, just for that higher rate of fire, and obviously a little bit more stability. But the what is it called? The aim assist on the Mida is just ridiculous. You can shoot people going around corners, and you get them little freaking wanted bullets that definitely help out with that. So I definitely would get the Mida if you guys don't have it already. It's definitely a great weapon to use. And yeah, that's enough about that. Oh, I'm sorry. Tier for the Mida. I probably would consider this a... did I say it already? Yeah, tier 1.5 to tier 2 in PvE and PvP. Definitely. As for your weapons bundles, this week you have Monte Carlo and Royal Flush, as well as Zalo Supercell and Shock Hazard. I guess if you wanted, you can go ahead and waste your Strange Coins and Silver Dust, but I don't see it's worth it. So, that, my friends, brings us to the end of the video. Real quick, if you guys have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I suggest you highly go and see it. It's an awesome movie. I seen it yesterday. God, it was amazing. I will say, however, it did have a few too many one-liners, but besides that, the movie was great. So, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, share it if you felt it was helpful, subscribe and turn on the notifications in order to keep up to date with all my videos. Thank you guys for all of your support. Feedback in the comments definitely helps the channel to grow. I'm Reckless, and remember, own your success, and I will see you guys next time.